Today on 2+U Nevada.
Access to youth sports, help with enrichment programs, extracurricular activities, just getting kids involved and removing the barriers that might keep them on the sidelines.
A new nonprofit working to fill the gaps and voids for kids across northern Nevada. How they find out what's needed and missing for youth in the Silver State and ensuring they get involved.
And there is nothing else like this in the world. A lot of time, energy, support, and resources have been poured into this. And we want to put together a great practice for those veterans we have served by giving them quality trained canines.
A national nonprofit based here in Reno works to help veterans across the country receive a trained service dog to help with PTSD and more. How you can become a puppy raiser. Plus,
feels a little like high school reunion meets like a massacre.
It's Survivor Season 50 tonight. Who is working to outwit, outplay, and outlast? We take an in-depth look at what to expect this season. You're watching 2+U Nevada. It's home.
Put everything back in your house the way you like it.
With community and family. And this really is a family affair. It's local food.
Had that girl with in mind, capers.
It's health and wellness. Plus,
we don't have these, and we could be using them.
With plenty of entertainment. 2+U Nevada, brought to you by 911 Restoration. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. Well, it seems like everyone today is talking about some big speech that happened last night. I see it everywhere. I turn on the TV or listen in the minivan, and guess what? I'm not going to talk about the speech. I'm going to talk about loving my neighbors. We live on the best block. We get together thanks to Carrie, who was always planning block parties. The man who lives across the street, Larry, we call him the mayor of our block. He's out there helping all of us with irrigation, landscaping, basically anything puttering that Dave and I can't do, we ask Larry. And there are more examples, but I'm using those two primarily. When it comes to election season, we typically put out yard signs of opposing views. But guess what? We have had fantastic discussions in the middle of the roadway discussing our beliefs, the background that shapes those beliefs, and we have respect for one another. And we love one another, truly. When one party has won an election or the other party, we all come together, say, hey, we respect you. And having different opinions is what America's all about. I say this today because today is a day where everyone is talking about the speech. Why not talk to one another? Because we live in such a beautiful community. And as this election year moves forward, remember, we are all neighbors and live in this biggest little city together. We have a fantastic show lined up for you today. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Callie Tadero, the Executive Director of Nevada Kids Foundation. Callie, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Oh, we're so excited to be here, Sarah. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So Nevada Kids Foundation, this is an amazing foundation that really is working to just better the lives of children in northern Nevada. Tell people at home exactly what this organization does.
Sure. We are a newish nonprofit, grassroots nonprofit. We're 5 years old this summer, and we really just exist to fill the gaps and voids for kids across northern Nevada, so not just local here in Reno Sparks. We work really well with all groups, all schools, all nonprofits to just figure out what's needed, what's missing in the programming for kids. So it looks like access to youth sports, help with enrichment programs, extracurricular activities, just getting kids involved and removing the barriers that might keep them on the sidelines.
That's so cool. How does it work? How do the children get connected with the Nevada Kids Foundation for that added help?
Great question. So we're a little bit unique the way we function because we kind of have our hands in all sorts of different avenues. So instead of trying to be professionals in each area that we're working with, we really rely heavily on our community partners. So we're working with social workers, counselors, school admin, teachers to really identify what the needs are, where the kids that have those needs are, and then figuring out how do we get those resources, whether it's monetary support, in-kind donations, whatever that may be, we kind of filter it down to them specifically. So each project looks different. It affects different kids, all ages. We're just kind of here to fill those gaps, like I said, just unique in its every way.
I love how you're working with social workers too, and I love how you're finding the right partnerships so you're getting to the right people. With this being such a new 501c3, how many students, or how many children, I should say, are you helping on average a year?
That's a loaded question, Sarah. I would say thousands. And not only are we impacting them with actual tangible stuff, you know, especially during our holiday drive and Christmas time, the kids are walking away with bedding, toiletries, toys, games, you name it. But we actually have so many different ways to filter out the help to the kids. It looks like a different support depending on what the specific ask is.
Wow. Okay, so you have a fundraiser that's coming up, and it's a charity poker and bingo tournament. How many years have you done this bingo tournament?
This is our 5th year. So we started right off the bat when we got started with the organization. Really it started out as like kind of getting our feelers out to see, is the community going to support us? Is this something they're into? And they were. So we've realized this is like our most favorite night of the year. It's high energy, high impact, a great community driven event. And we're just thrilled that it just gets bigger and bigger.
That's so cool. So, okay, so you've got this charity poker and bingo tournament. When is it and where is it?
It's coming up quick, Saturday, February 28th, so just a few days out. We have a really great turnout this year already, so we're looking for just those last few players to fill the poker seats. Bingo, we have a little bit more room, but it's exciting. We're shaping up to have a great crowd this year.
How do people get tickets?
So you can visit our website, nevadakidsfoundation.org. You can email me, director@nevadakidsfoundation.org. And I will slide you into the spot. We'll see what's open and what's left and hopefully welcome you in.
That's so cool. What can people expect if they do attend this event?
A great time. It's going to be filled with great food. Daddy's Tacos is going to be supplying great food for everybody.
I love Daddy's Tacos.
We love them. We have great local breweries contributing alcohol and all kinds of wine, beer, non-alcoholic drinks. We have amazing raffle prizes, great bingo prizes, cash prizes for poker, a live DJ. So it's like we're not missing anything. It's going to be a great night.
And where is this again?
It's going to be at the Peterbilt Warehouse, which is kind of a little bit of a unique space. And that is because ownership at Peterbilt, John Phillips, is an absolute angel. He supports us year after year, event after event, and opens up his doors to this beautiful warehouse. You wouldn't picture it being a place for a party, but once they move those trucks out, it is so clean, so pristine, and just a huge space to party. So it's a great location.
That's fantastic. And it's actually, yeah, it is a great location for folks to go because it doesn't matter whether you live in Reno or Sparks. Peterbilt's actually fairly convenient.
It's so convenient. It's right off the freeway, right out there in Sparks. So yeah, there's no reason to miss it.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming, and I'm very intrigued in your organization, so you need to come back and tell us more, okay?
We would love to. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Callie. You're watching 2+ U Nevada. You are watching 2+ U Nevada, and I am so excited. You guys know how excited I am when we have four-legged friends here on the show, but we also have Hillary Larrabee and Andre Berry with Liberty Dogs joining us. Of course, this is a new 501c3, right, in our community, and really new in that the doors open in March. But Andre, let's start with what Liberty Dogs is and its mission.
So Liberty Dogs is a national training and placement program for U.S. vets and those who are diagnosed with PTSD. And this is a flagship program of the David Sherrill Duffield Foundation. and we'll have an opportunity to take canines and veterans and bring this program together in addition to holistic wellness and provide something to those who have served this great nation. And there is nothing else like this in the world. A lot of time, energy, support, and resources have been poured into this. And we want to put together a great practice for those veterans who have served by giving them quality trained canines.
And so when this happens, or when you pair a canine with their veteran, those vets are then brought here and trained with their canine. Is that how that happens? Walk me through that process.
So there's actually two programs we have. We have a 3-day wellness program that any veteran can go through once they apply and are accepted. And then for the 2-week canine veteran placement program, there's an application process. We do a whole vetting to ensure that, they have a good home, they're qualified to have a canine, they meet all the requirements. Our veteran service teams walks them through the whole process. Takes between 4 and 6 months to do that. And then if they're selected, whether locally or across the country, we bring them to the campus and they're there for 13 days. And they get to stay on, I like to say, world-class campus and be a part of going through a phenomenal training program to get placed with a canine. So, and there is no cost to this program. There's nothing else like this in terms of the training, the canines. We take care of the healthcare, the food, because we just recognize that these veterans have given so much. And because of what they've been through and what they've done for this great nation, this gives us a chance to support them, to give back, and to place them with a phenomenal canine.
That's just fantastic. And Hillary, we can see that these puppies, because Cooper is 7 months, they're already getting training before even being matched?
Yes, yeah. So we start our training program at about 8 weeks. And so we'll bring in puppies from other organizations or from really across the country. And we rely on our community puppy raisers to help us with training our puppies. And it is at no cost to those puppy raisers. We just ask that they bring a loving home and an open heart and a willingness to train with us and be with us on this journey with these puppies.
Okay, so you need puppy raisers.
We do.
What is the process of vetting those puppy raisers? Like, do they have to be good trainers? Because I'll take a puppy and I'll help raise a puppy, but if you want it to behave, that's another question.
So no, there is no need for you to have any training background. We have a group of fantastic trainers that will help you every step of the way at no cost to you. And all it takes is some time and dedication to the program. With our puppies, it's about a 16 to 18 month dedication of your time and a loving home. And we will have you come into our offices and work with our trainers and do one-on-one sessions with the puppies. And we show you what you need to help us with, which is amazing. So
okay, so let me understand this. The puppy raisers have the puppies for 16 to 18 months before they would ever even be placed with their veteran, who would then come out or be here and stay on the campus for 13 days.
Correct. So you will go through that 16 to 18 month phase, and at that point we do what's called a turn-in, and where our puppies will be turned into us back on campus and go through an advanced training session, which is about 4 months long.
Okay.
And from that point, they will be matched and paired with their veteran.
And I love, because before we started this interview, I was asking you, what are these puppies being trained for and how do they help their vet? And one thing that it touched me is when you said that they're being trained also for nightmare interruption.
Correct. Yeah, that is one of the many skills that we will train the puppies for, is nightmare interruption. And we all know that our veterans see some things when they go out and work with overseas, and they come back and they struggle sometimes. And so what these dogs will do is provide what's called nightmare interruption. And if they notice that the veteran is having maybe a nightmare and their bodies are shaking or they're just feeling it, they might nudge the veteran to wake them up. Mm-hmm. They might turn the light off or on.
The dog will?
The dog will. The dog will. So they're really helping them to transition out of that really dark place that they might be in, and just be there for them at that hard time.
Just so needed. Okay, Andre, what's next for Liberty Dogs?
So for what's next is, first of all, the campus is not even open yet. So we're trying to get on the campus. And then once we're there, once we do a lot of onboarding, a lot of training, because we also have to ensure that our staff understands the veterans, our staff understands the canines, our staff understands all of our processes. And so once we're on the campus, then we're going to have a 3-day wellness course that any veteran can sign up for in May. And then our first 2-week class will be in June. And there's a couple things I really want to emphasize, though, going back to the puppy raisers, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people will ask me, what can we do? And I remind them, this is a very patriotic community, and this is a very pet-friendly community. And there's no better partnership if you want to make a contribution to being a puppy raiser, or also you could be a foster, where you could may not take a puppy full-time, but you can help on a part-time basis. But this is a way to give back. And sometimes people ask me, are you sure this is something I can do? The trainers are phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Ask me how I know, because they train me. Okay, so they do an excellent job. And so if you have questions, or you just say, I want to help, I want to give back, I want to make a contribution. And then we're also going to have volunteer opportunities in the future too. But
okay, so for more information on puppy raising and volunteering, where do people go?
They can go to our website, and our marketing team is always watching that, libertydogs.org. libertydogs.org. I'll say it again, libertydogs.org. We encourage people to go there. And we know that this is such a giving and supportive community that supports our veterans, that supports our canines. And we welcome you to be a part of this partnership, because that is the number one way we can be more successful. The more puppies we have, the more veterans we can help. So, and I just can't emphasize that enough, and encourage. I mean, I'm waiting for you to raise your hand. So anyway.
Well, you guys, thank you so much. LibertyDogs.org. You are watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Amber Joyner with the Girl Scouts of Sierra Nevada. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
I can't believe it. Okay, right at the time when we're all trying to get healthy,
I know.
doing the fitness thing, because we've got some New Year's resolutions. It's cookie season.
Of course.
Of course, but I'm not complaining. I've already put my order in. February is really and truly like the big month for cookie sales, but this will go on for a while.
That's right. That's right. The girls are already taking orders. They have been since about January 5th, and the cookie booth sales will go through March until March 15th. So we have time to get our cookies, but I would encourage you to get them soon. Sometimes we do run out of flavors towards the end. So.
And that's hard to believe too. Well, actually, it's not hard to believe because the Girl Scout cookies are so popular, but I'm curious, how does it work logistically with inventory? Are you allotted a certain amount of cookies that all the young ladies have to sell?
There are a few different phases. So the girls did take pre-orders, and that way we did know how many to get because those are already in. Okay. But we do order a warehouse full of cookies, and we have semi-truck full of cookies in front of our council in order to take care of that last push, which is the booths and also any orders that the girls get after their initial orders. So we do put an order in months ahead of time so that we have enough cookies on hand. But it's always sort of a gamble of which flavors will be popular, you know, that sort of thing.
And speaking of flavors, I mean, you've got your tried and true Thin Mints, right? But there's a new flavor out this year.
There is the Explore Mars, and it is inspired by Rocky Road ice cream, which is a favorite of my family's. My children were very excited about this one. I've tasted it. I think it tastes, it's very smooth inside. It's a sandwich cookie. I think it tastes a little bit like chocolate mousse with a little bit of almond flavoring. Very, very, very delicious, and of course sweet. So if you like chocolate sandwich cookies with chocolate mousse inside and a little almond flavor, I would try them. I think they're a hit.
And they're called again?
Explore Mars.
Explore
And they're
Moors.
Rocky Road inspired. They're in a pink box. If you're at the booth sales, look for the pink box.
Look for the pink box. I'll have to do that because I did the pre-order, which now that I know pre-orders, that actually really helps the local troops understand exactly how much they need to order.
That's right. That's right. We do an initial order, and then we've already ordered a batch for the booth sales later. Yeah.
And let's talk about how important these cookie sales are and why it's so cool that our young women are out there selling, they're learning those soft skills that, you know, are so important.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who supports the Girl Scouts every year. I mean, they are learning people skills. They're learning entrepreneurship. They're learning goal setting, how to handle money. My own daughter started in kindergarten as a very shy little girl, and now she's a senior in high school, and you wouldn't recognize her. Her confidence and her ability to talk to people has evolved in large part. I give Girl Scouts credit for that in all of the programming that they've done. But it really is important. Those girls that you see out at the booths, thank you for being kind to them. They really are learning lifelong skills in really essential areas.
They really are. And let's talk about that too, beyond the cookie, right? Let's talk about Girl Scouts as a whole. You really and truly are teaching our young women wonderful skills, whether it be STEAM, STEM, you know, whether it be art, you know, go into some of the badges that are really out there for our girls.
That's right. Girl Scouts has really evolved. I was a Girl Scout. My mom was my leader. You know, it has evolved with the times, and it really is a choose your own adventure. The girls get to choose exactly what they're interested in. We are 4 main pillars. You know, we have, of course, outdoors, which is forever. We've been outdoors. STEM, that is our big one now. We have all kinds of computer and coding and things like that. Life skills and entrepreneurship. And so they learn all of these different skills, but they really can pick their favorites and sort of go down that path.
And then what's the big project? There's like the gold, is it the gold?
Yes, the Gold Award is comparable to the Eagle Scout Award, which a lot of people have heard of. My daughter's actually working on her proposal right now.
Is she?
She is, and it's our largest community service project that the girls can do. It involves a lot of community service hours, and they have to give back to the community. We've had incredible projects over the years, girls really actually saving lives. Some of our girls have had programs to make, you know, awareness about cold water, awareness about lifeguard training, all sorts of amazing things.
I love this. I absolutely love this. And then the funding from the cookies goes where?
The funding from the cookies is absolutely stays local, which I think is amazing. That's unlike any other real program that you'll see. All of the proceeds stay local, and it funds things for our girls like camping. It funds for my daughter. She got to travel internationally to the Girl Scout friendship houses and meet Girl Scouts and Girl Guides from all over the world. And the girls set their goals of what they want to use their proceeds for, and then they get to do those things. They take trips. They do all kinds of amazing activities with them. And what I would say too is if you're not a cookie person, we have an amazing program right now where it's only $5 flat rate to buy between 4 and 48 boxes, and you can ship them anywhere in the country. So pick your favorite relative and have Girl Scout cookies show up on their doorstep, and those proceeds stay home too. We also have a share program. So you can buy the cookies and click a box that says, give this to somebody who needs them or wants them. And we have all kinds of partners with the VA, with our Blue Star moms who send them to our troops.
Oh,
So we have all kinds of programs. So even if you think, oh, I'm on a diet, I can't eat the cookie, there are people out there. There are people out there who would really appreciate the cookies, and all of those proceeds stay home too.
Well, thank you so much. Again, the Girl Scouts are going to be out with their booths until mid-March.
Yes.
But if you want to learn more about Girl Scouts as a whole here locally, where should people go?
GSSN.org is our website, or you can just Google Girl Scouts in Reno. And we are actually all over Reno and California and the rurals, all the way out to Elko. But we would love to have volunteers, former scouts. We have all kinds of volunteer opportunities, not just leading troops, but you talked about those different badge areas. We need mentors and people for them to look up to in all fields.
I love it. Thank you so much, Amber, for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching 2+ Nevada. February is Black History Month, and we turn now to the story of a celebrity chef who is nurturing the next generation of Black culinary talent. Skylar Henry takes us to the nation's capital and sits down with a young chef making a name for himself at a restaurant founded by a star of the Food Network.
Eat salad, steak tartare, second course.
On any given night in the bustling kitchen of Marcus, D.C.,
Well, ladies, how are we doing tonight?
Chef Anthony Jones is putting the final touches on the restaurant's most popular dish.
The crab is the star, of course, so we're gonna put it on top.
Mel's crab rice, an ode to his childhood growing up along the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland.
We could stop by, get a bushel of crabs, and cook them up when we got back home. For me, that's the epitome of summer. It's kind of me translating that into this dish and trying to share it with the guests.
While the inspiration is humble, the dish is anything but.
And then the last ingredient, it's uni bernaise, and then just some homemade togarashi that we make that we put on top.
It's a far cry from the kind of food he grew up eating.
I knew you weren't eating whipped tofu growing up on the Eastern Shore.
Yeah, nowhere near.
How did this come about, the inspiration for wanting to be a chef in the first place?
Believe it or not, TV, the original Japanese Iron Chef. First episode, I fell in love and kept watching more of it, and that to me opened my eyes to what food can be.
But it's another celebrity chef who played an even bigger role as his culinary career took off. Marcus Samuelsson. You'll recognize him as a Food Network star with more than a dozen restaurants all over the world. The two started working together in Miami. When Samuelsson asked Jones to run his latest venture in the nation's capital, it was a no-brainer.
It's a great partnership, friendship, mentorship. He is very supportive in me being myself, becoming myself, and not straying from that path.
The menu at Marcus DC is an ode to that black culinary culture, mixed with Latin and Asian influences, and of course, filled with pops of Samuelsson's bright and colorful style.
Pecan salsa matcha on top, blood orange supremes.
It's a seafood-forward menu with knockouts like seared scallops and prawns, alongside dishes like a whole roasted chicken prepared with a DC signature mambo sauce, and a braised lamb shoulder which pairs with Dorothy's collards, named for his aunt. His food tells a story as unique as his own, in an industry where only 10 to 12% of chefs and head cooks are black. At 37 years old, Jones has carved out a path for himself.
And you kind of have to go into it with a certain mindset that if you are of a certain background or ethnicity or whatever the case might be, that you're 100%, it has to be 150 compared to everyone else's. And don't let that deter you, because anything worth having is worth fighting for.
That has led him here, with accolades piling up, including most recently as a semi-finalist for the James Beard Awards, less than 1 year after the restaurant opened.
As far as Marcus DC, if a diner were to come here for the first time, what would you tell them to expect?
Lots of flavors.
Yeah.
Combinations that you might not expect, flavors that you might not expect or you might not have had before. At the end of the day, that's what I want people to expect and be prepared for, is just to be full, fed, and happy.
Full, fed, and happy. Yeah, I like it.
I'm always curious when we highlight restaurants like this that have been covered by national networks, whether you have to wait a month or two to get in. I just looked at OpenTable, and get this, Marcus DC, the restaurant just featured, has reservations available every night this week. It's just on Saturday, you have to wait until after 8:45 at night. Just a little interesting factoid. We'll be right back. Now to a super cool travel story. Right now, at the time we tape the segment, all flights arriving and departing Reno Tahoe International Airport were on time. Having said that, with the weather on the East Coast, travel there is a wreck, which is why this next story is so interesting. What does it actually take to turn a plane from one flight that's just landed and have it ready for departure? Alexandra Scores checks out the process.
As United Flight 466 sits at the gate waiting, below the wing of the massive Boeing 737, it's a race against time.
It's a delicate balance and controlled chaos.
Baggage handlers, pilots, and ground crews are inspecting, fueling, adding water, de-icing, and removing lavatory waste to get it ready for the next takeoff.
We need to be on time.
The giant clock overhead is ticking. This plane has to take off for Salt Lake City. With passengers already filling seats, it has to be out of the gate in just 1 hour.
As soon as it comes in, the whole community attacks it.
United Airlines' Hermes Pineda oversees this finely choreographed dance thousands of times a day at Chicago's O'Hare Airport.
It's really cold sometimes. really, really, really cold.
And this is Chicago, where temperatures on the ramp can be well below zero.
We want to make sure that everybody's wearing gloves and has the right gear on and is protected. So we want to make sure they have their water, hot soups and tea and things like that.
But this flight has less than 17 minutes to leave the gate on time.
We want to make sure we get all the bags on.
Nearly 500 million pieces of luggage are checked each year in the U.S. United and its partners handle more than 6 million a month.
A lot of ramp agents, they really, really care about bags.
And bags make money for airlines, contributing to the $145 billion in worldwide revenue airlines make from thieves.
We really are looking at the wings and the nose of the airplane.
On the tarmac, the pilots are looking for any problems.
What are the most common causes of a delay?
Well, anything you see on the outside that doesn't look normal. We would look at the leading edges and see if there's any built-up ice from the inbound flight.
Chris Pearson's team de-ices 13,000 planes a year at O'Hare, spraying them with a mixture of glycol and water.
Airplanes come in, airplanes go out. If it's snowing or frosting or icing or anything of that nature, it has to be addressed.
Hey, Chris, I want to get that spot around the nose.
And all he's doing is topping it off with potable water. They load up the plane with all the goodies.
While the gas cart pumps thousands of pounds of jet fuel from pipes in the ground to the plane's tanks.
He's topping off the tank. We got about 9 minutes to get the on-time departure.
As a warning bell rings, the jet bridge retracts. Under the careful eye of marshalers,
hey, here we go.
A tug pushes the plane back, and the ground crews prepare to do this all over again.
From tail numbers to license plates, is it an 8 or is it a 0? A new license plate design in Pennsylvania is causing some headaches for drivers and those automated cameras that check for red light runners or tolls. Rick Earl shows us why a change meant to clear up confusion is creating a whole new problem.
It's tough to tell. It looks like an 8.
It's not an 8, but a 0 with a diagonal slash through the middle.
The first thing they said was how strange the 0 is, and they're like, it looks like an 8.
Put it right next to an 8 on the plate, and it's tough to tell the difference.
Oh, yeah, it is. You'd never know the difference.
PennDOT made the change after confusion with the 0 and O on the older plates.
Was in a state of shock.
In 2020, 11 Investigates told you how a driver's car on the north side was wrongly booted for unpaid tickets that didn't belong to her car after a parking officer mistakenly put down an O instead of a 0 for her Ms. Jones plate.
Perhaps the 0 should be made with a line through it.
The state took her advice and made the change. They decided to put a slash through 0 so they could distinguish between the 0 and the O. And now there are issues with the 0 and the 8.
Shot himself in the foot on that one.
And now license plate recognition cameras, including some on the turnpike, are having trouble telling the difference between the 0 and 8. Although spokesman Crispin Havener says it's not a widespread issue.
I mean, there is more of a diagonal to it when you look at it on the eye, but the machine learning, as I mentioned, it's not perfect yet.
11 Investigates discovered the discrepancy after a viewer sent us a toll-by-plate invoice he got for a plate ending in 88. The problem? It's not his car or plate. His plate ends with 08.
We're working with our software vendor right now to try to work on that issue. It's something that unfortunately will take a little bit of time to continue to improve that accuracy.
PennDOT says the new plate was designed after consulting with state police and the turnpike. In a statement to 11 Investigates, PennDOT says the 0 with a slash is a best practice recommended by the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators, adding they are aware of some issues with license plate readers, but, quote, it is our understanding that the LPRs will learn and better identify the 0 with a slash as more of the new plates are read through the system. The Pittsburgh Parking Authority tells 11 Investigates they had issues early on with the cameras misreading the 0 and the 8 on the new plates, but a software upgrade corrected that. Some drivers we spoke with suggested making the slash and the 0 at more of an angle, or just eliminating the letter O like other states have done.
I think Pennsylvania ought to be able to design a license plate where you can read the numbers.
That's exactly right.
That's like the first thing.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. The much anticipated Survivor Season 50 debuts tonight with 24 returning players. The Survivor fans are at the heart of the 50th season, helping to shape the game that has had a massive impact on television. Jared Hill met with host Jeff Probst and some of the returning contestants.
The show that changed TV is back in an epic way.
Welcome to Survivor 50.
We've had some incredible seasons, Jared. 50 is amazing.
That's high praise. Longtime Survivor host and executive producer Jeff Probst took us through a new exhibit at New York City's Paley Center, celebrating the 26-year-old competition that put grit, strategy, and the power of a good alliance.
If you betray me, you're out.
On prime time.
We strip you of everything, and then we see who you really are.
I'm terrified and excited all at the same time.
Jenna Lewis Doherty, who first competed in season 1, is among the 24 returning castaways back for Survivor 50, where viewers chose many of the rules.
You guys chose so much of this, and we thank you and we hate you.
Much like the exhibit, a huge part of Survivor Season 50 is bringing the fans into the game, like the immunity idols hidden in all 50 states. Fans who find them can get a chance to win major prizes.
Let the fans decide, and what's really fun about that is they have skin in the game because they decided what kind of game it is. The other thing that's fun is that the players have absolutely no idea what to expect.
Survivor is hard.
But season 45 winner Dee Valladares says walking into 50 with that $1 million prize in her pocket helped take some of the edge off.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go crazy because what do I have to lose?
A TV juggernaut today. When Survivor first aired in May of 2000, media experts say it wasn't a guaranteed hit.
Like pre-Survivor, you kind of knew that the cops were going to catch the bad guy in 43 minutes of airtime.
Dalton Ross, editorial director with Entertainment Weekly.
Survivor was the most unpredictable thing television audiences had ever seen. You didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know who was going to win or lose.
It's a roller coaster. People need to be ready.
As their faves lay it all on the line. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Now, reminder, you can see the entire 3-hour premiere right here on KTVN from 8 to 11 o'clock tonight. You can also stream it live if you have Paramount Plus Premium. Otherwise, Paramount Plus Essential subscribers can watch it tomorrow. From the beaches of Fiji to the swimming pool of Texas, students at one Dallas area high school are learning something that can't be taught in class: empathy, community, and other life lessons, all through their actions, helping a popular custodian. Trevor Sahaki has the story.
This isn't just another practice for the J.J. Pierce High School swim team.
So you're just gonna swim?
Every kick today has a purpose.
He's like the nicest guy ever.
She's talking about Van Lee.
Like if you see him in the hallway, he'll give you a high five or a hug and like, oh, he's just so sweet.
The custodian at J.J. Pierce.
It's like the more we found out about him, the more we're like, this is the guy to do it for.
It being a swimathon.
GATA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
GATA! For Mr. Lee, as the kids call him. Over the past months, Mr. Lee was in the hospital, racking up bills, unable to work.
Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in!
When the swim team heard about that,
I appreciate so much how much you have worked to try to raise money for Mr. Lee.
they decided to do what they do best.
We want to change a life, and we want to do things that will help other people.
With every lap, they raised more money than they ever thought possible. And when it came time to surprise Mr. Lee,
we have, at this point, $17,000 for you.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to take care of all your medical bills.
Yeah, thank you.
Miss Christine is going to negotiate for you with the hospital.
Okay, thank you.
We have you a brand new bike from Richardson Bike Mart, but just in case it's raining and you can't ride your bike, we got you a car.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got you a car.
Thank you.
though he doesn't speak much English,
Everything, okay, I do. Thank you.
he didn't need words to express his gratitude.
I think you're very surprised for me.
That's one way to put it.
And a big thank you for everybody, for all the professors, for all the teachers, and all the students.
It was a school-wide effort, something the kids won't forget and neither will Mr. Lee.
It's good in my future and my life.
In Richardson,
We love Mr. Lee!
Trevor Sahaki, CBS News, Texas.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Are you a business or nonprofit and want to be featured on 2+U Nevada? Have a Mom-to-Mom Monday, a Tried It Tuesday, or even a cute pic you just want to show us? The whole point of 2+U Nevada is the plus you. You can send us your content by visiting our website. Head to 2news.com and click on 2+U Nevada, or you can email us at 2+UNevada@ktvn.com. Now for today's What in the World Wednesday. This drowsy animal in a peculiar position caused a minor kerfuffle. As Marine Mammal Stranding Center put it, POV, when your nap shuts down an entire street. This sleepy seal pup spotted holding up traffic in New Jersey, oblivious to its bemused audience. Experts arrived with what appears to be a hockey net or something, quickly snagging up the sleepy creature and carrying it away. The rescue center said the seal didn't have any injuries, but it did appear thin and is apparently getting more Z's at the center, and support from internet commenters, saying, "This is so adorable. She probably got confused with all the snow. Rest up, cutie. And thank you for helping this beautiful water potato." Check out the moment the ground opens up, swallowing 2 vehicles in Omaha, Nebraska. Here's another angle as you see the roadway give way, causing the pair to plummet into the sinkhole. No one was hurt. Police say witnesses rushed over to the surreal scene, helping to pull the drivers up and out of the hole, getting them to a safe place. A towing company later arrived on scene to pull the 2 vehicles out of the hole. No word yet on what caused the street to collapse. That's it for this edition of 2+U Nevada. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you every weekday at 3 for 2+U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.